Hi, I'm Sabrina Stowe, Fire and Life Safety Educator for the Winston-Salem Fire Department.
And I'm Rodney Cooper, Assistant Fire Marshal for the Winston-Salem Fire Department.
We hope you're enjoying the virtual Citizens Fire Academy. Over the past 7 weeks, we've given you a glimpse of how we run the fire department and some helpful tips to keep you safe at home.
This week, we switch gears a bit and talk about what it takes to become a Winston-Salem firefighter. The 26-week program is intense and includes both firefighter and EMT training. This is where we prepare our firefighters to become the best of the best.
Today, we will join Captain Chris Belcher and Recruit Class 29 on their journey to become Winston-Salem firefighters. Take a look.
Thank you. My name's Chris Belcher. I'm the captain of the Winston-Salem Fire Department's Training Special Operations Branch. This is just a brief overview of our training program for our new recruits. When they apply for the department and they go through the hiring process, they go through a test, a written test, they take an ability test, and then they go through an interview process. And then the group that is selected, we see them 2 days after they come to the city. They essentially go through the City of Winston-Salem's orientation classes, and then they come to us on that third day. On that third day, they kind of get a brief shock and awe introduction to the training staff, the training curriculum and the outline, what's expected of them, and what we hope to see at the end of the 6 to 7 month period. During that 6 to 7 months that they're in recruit school, they go through a 3-week orientation process where they have to take certain OSHA classes, certain city classes through risk management. We provide them with classes like financial management, which is done in conjunction with BB&T. We work with Forsyth Tech to do a study skills class to help improve their overall study techniques, because they receive a lot of information in a very quick time period. Once they're done with that 3-week orientation, during that last week they do what's called a motivation run. This is their first day of introduction into the physical fitness training piece of it that goes on throughout recruit school. That motivation run also is designed to start building them together as a team. And what it's designed to do is they're supposed to run and finish together as a team. If they are successful and we get a good report back from the PT instructors, they'll receive their class flag at that time, and that represents the class overall throughout recruit school. Once they're done with that 3 weeks, they go into EMT. EMT is essentially 7 weeks. It comes out to about 260 hours. And then they have to take a state test. Some of the things that they will learn during EMT or that we learned during EMT Con Ed is CPR updates. There's always research being done on it, so it's always changing. There's new techniques, just like in the old days. Used to be a tourniquet was a last resort. Now it's a first choice in some cases. Once they're done with that, then they go into the fire portion of training, which is about 11 to 12 weeks. As far as the fire side goes, if you're a driver, there's actually a math formula that you have to calculate in your head to figure out how much your pump pressure needs to be in order to overcome that friction loss that's in the hose and in the system. And a lot of people, they don't think about that. They walk up side of the fire truck and think you just pull a handle and that's it. They'll go into out of fire into technical rescue, which is about another 6 weeks. If you're going to be on the rescue task force, there's a lot of technical rescue training with ropes and knots, mechanical advantage systems, knowing how to properly rig something. So if you're going off the side of a building, or you're going to lift somebody or lower somebody off the side of a building, There's a lot of things, a lot of training that goes into that. And then that last week is processing, where we're getting their last set of equipment, their uniforms, getting all that stuff issued, getting all that lined up. And sometime during that week, myself and whoever the recruit school coordinator is, we'll issue out their assignments before it hits the paper and goes out to the field. So you're looking at about 6 to 7 months for recruit training. And then their training doesn't stop just at the end of recruit school, because once they get into the field, annually they're required to, each firefighter is required to accomplish 192 hours of essentials training, a minimum of 6 hours of hazmat training, 20 hours of EMT Con Ed training, and if they're an officer, which is a captain or a battalion chief, they have to receive an additional 12 hours of officers training a year. And if they're an engineer, they have to have 12 hours of driver operator training. That was a brief overview of training for our department and for our firefighters from day one when they first come into recruit school all the way up to the end of their career. I appreciate your time and thank you.
There you have it. Now you see what it takes to become a Winston-Salem firefighter. Recruit Class 29 graduated on September 4th. Everyone in the class is now serving at one of our 19 fire stations. If you're interested in becoming a part of our next recruit class, be sure to go to our website and complete an interest card. Once the hiring process opens, you'll be notified, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be in the next recruit class.
Well, this concludes our virtual Citizens Fire Academy. We have thoroughly enjoyed sharing with you these past 8 weeks. Please go back and check out any subjects that you may have missed and follow the fire department on Twitter and Instagram at #WSFire. Hopefully next year we can resume our in-person academy and give you hands-on experience. Until then, stay safe.
See you next time.